I, 28F, go to a mid-sized gym that's usually pretty chill and respectful. Most people mind their own business, which is exactly how I like it. But there's this one woman, Ashley, mid-20s, who has been making everyone uncomfortable with her over-the-top attention-seeking behavior. Ashley started coming to the gym about 2 months ago, and from day one, she's been disruptive. She wears the most revealing workout clothes possible, sports bras that are basically bikini tops, shorts that are more like underwear, and everything is neon-colored or has cutouts in weird places. I want to be clear that I don't usually care what people wear to work out. Everyone should feel comfortable in their gym clothes. But Ashley's outfits seem specifically designed to get attention rather than to actually exercise in. The clothing wouldn't be a big deal on its own, but Ashley's behavior is what really makes everyone uncomfortable. She does these exaggerated, sexual movements during her workouts that have nothing to do with actual exercises. She'll do squats while arching her back in an unnatural way and making moaning sounds. She'll lie on workout benches in poses that look more like she's posing for photos than exercising. Ashley also has a habit of working out directly in front of people who are trying to use equipment, forcing them to either stare at her or move to a different area. She'll set up her yoga mat right in front of the weight rack where guys are lifting, or she'll do stretches that involve spreading her legs wide right in the walking path, where people have to step around her. The worst part is how she interacts with other gym members, especially men. Ashley will approach guys who are clearly wearing headphones and trying to focus on their workouts, tap them on the shoulder, and ask for help with exercises she obviously already knows how to do. She'll ask them to spot her on exercises that don't require spotting, or request that they show her proper form while positioning herself inappropriately close to them. I've watched several men look genuinely uncomfortable when Ashley approaches them. Some will politely help her and then quickly move to a different area of the gym. Others will make excuses and walk away. But Ashley doesn't seem to pick up on social cues and will often follow them or try to continue conversations they're clearly trying to end. Ashley also talks extremely loudly during her workouts, often about inappropriate topics. She'll have phone conversations about her dating life, loudly discussing sexual details that no one wants to hear while they're trying to exercise. She'll make comments about other people's bodies or workouts in a voice that's clearly meant to be overheard. Last week, things came to a head. I was doing deadlifts when Ashley set up right behind me with a yoga mat. She started doing what she claimed were stretches, but were really just her positioning herself in sexual poses and making exaggerated breathing sounds. Several people around us stopped their workouts to stare, not because they wanted to, but because Ashley's behavior was so distracting and inappropriate. The guy using the bench press near us actually got up and moved to a different area because he said he couldn't concentrate. That's when I snapped. I turned around and said, "Ashley, you're embarrassing yourself. Everyone here is trying to work out, and your behavior is making people uncomfortable. This is a gym, not a strip club." Ashley looked shocked and said she was just exercising like everyone else. I told her that no, she wasn't. She was clearly seeking attention and making everyone around her feel awkward. Ashley got defensive and said I was being jealous and body-shaming her. I said it had nothing to do with her body and everything to do with her behavior. I told her that if she wanted to work out seriously, she should act like it, and if she wanted attention, she should find a more appropriate place to get it. Ashley started crying and said I was being mean and that she was just trying to feel confident and fit in. She said the gym was intimidating and she was doing her best to feel comfortable there. I told her that making everyone else uncomfortable wasn't the way to feel comfortable herself, and that her behavior was inappropriate regardless of her intentions. Ashley packed up her stuff and left, and I haven't seen her at the gym since then. Now I'm second-guessing myself. Some of my friends say I was right to call out her behavior because it was clearly inappropriate and disruptive. But others think I was too harsh and should have minded my own business or talked to gym staff instead of confronting her directly. My sister says Ashley might have been dealing with insecurity or other issues, and that embarrassing her publicly wasn't the right approach even if her behavior was problematic. I do feel bad that Ashley cried, and I wonder if there was a better way to handle the situation. But I also feel like someone needed to address her behavior because it was affecting everyone's gym experience. So, am I in the wrong for bluntly telling Ashley she was embarrassing herself, or was I right to call out behavior that was making everyone uncomfortable? Update 1, 4 days later. Thanks for all the responses. Most people said NTA, but many suggested I should have gone to gym staff first, which I'm realizing was probably the right approach. I've talked to a few other gym members since my original post, and apparently Ashley's behavior was bothering more people than I realized. Several women told me they'd been avoiding certain areas of the gym when Ashley was there because her behavior made them uncomfortable. One woman said Ashley had approached her boyfriend while she was in the bathroom and asked him to help her with stretches that involved him basically touching her body. When the woman came back and saw what was happening, Ashley acted like it was completely innocent, but it was clearly inappropriate. A guy I know from the gym told me Ashley had been DMing him on Instagram after somehow finding his profile, sending him photos from her workouts that were basically just sexy poses. He said he'd never given her his social media information and was creeped out that she tracked him down online. But here's where it gets interesting. I found out Ashley didn't actually cancel her gym membership after our confrontation. She's been coming in at different times, apparently trying to avoid me. Tom, one of the gym employees, pulled me aside yesterday and asked if I'd had any issues with Ashley. Apparently, other members had started complaining to staff about her behavior, and they'd been keeping an eye on the situation. Tom said they'd noticed Ashley's disruptive behavior but hadn't been sure how to address it since she wasn't technically violating any specific rules. She was just being inappropriate and attention-seeking. But yesterday, Ashley apparently crossed a line that gave the gym grounds to take action. According to Tom, Ashley approached a teenage boy, maybe 16 or 17, who was working out with his dad. While the dad was using the bathroom, Ashley went over to the kid and started asking him about his workout routine and complimenting his physique in a way that made him visibly uncomfortable. When the dad came back, he found Ashley standing very close to his son, touching his arm while supposedly showing him proper form for an exercise. The dad immediately intervened and told Ashley to back off from his kid. Ashley claimed she was just being helpful, but the dad was furious. He told the gym staff that a grown woman had been inappropriately touching his minor son and making sexual comments about a teenager's body. That was apparently the final straw for the gym management. They called Ashley in for a meeting and terminated her membership, citing multiple complaints about inappropriate behavior and making other members uncomfortable. Tom said they'd been documenting complaints about Ashley for several weeks, but the incident with the teenager gave them clear grounds to remove her for creating an unsafe environment. Update 2. 1 week later, Ashley's been trying to cause problems for the gym since her membership was terminated, and the situation has gotten pretty messy. 3 days after the gym kicked Ashley out, she left a scathing Google review claiming the gym discriminated against her because of her body type and workout style. She said the gym created a hostile environment for confident women and that I had body shamed her without any consequences. Ashley's review made it sound like she was the victim of harassment rather than someone who'd been removed for inappropriate behavior. She claimed the gym allowed other members to bully her and that management did nothing to protect her. But the gym's response was perfect. They replied to Ashley's review with a professional statement explaining that they terminate memberships only when member behavior creates safety concerns or violates community standards. They noted that they had received multiple complaints about inappropriate interactions with other members, including a minor. The gym didn't mention Ashley by name or go into specific details, but their response made it clear that she wasn't kicked out for discrimination. She was removed for legitimate behavioral issues. Ashley then tried to post about the situation on a local Facebook group, again claiming discrimination and trying to rally support. But her post backfired because several people who knew about her gym behavior commented with their own experiences. The woman whose boyfriend Ashley had inappropriately approached commented about that incident. The guy Ashley had stalked on Instagram shared screenshots of her unsolicited messages. Even the father of the teenager spoke up, saying Ashley had made his son extremely uncomfortable. Instead of gaining sympathy, Ashley's Facebook post became a thread of people sharing stories about her inappropriate behavior. It was clear that her actions had affected way more people than I'd realized. Ashley deleted her Facebook post after a few hours, but not before several people had taken screenshots. The whole thing actually ended up being good publicity for the gym because it showed they take member safety seriously and will take action when someone's behavior becomes problematic. Tom later told me that gym staff had been hoping someone would directly address Ashley's behavior because it would help them document the impact she was having on other members. He said my complaint, along with the complaints from other members who spoke up after witnessing our confrontation, helped the gym build a case for why Ashley's membership needed to be terminated. So while I still think I could have handled it more diplomatically, it turns out my confrontation actually helped protect other gym members from Ashley's inappropriate behavior. Update 3. 3 weeks later, Ashley has been escalating her attempts to cause problems for the gym, and I've learned that her behavior extends beyond just our location. After Ashley's Facebook post failed to generate sympathy, she filed a formal complaint with the Better Business Bureau claiming the gym discriminated against her based on her gender and appearance. She alleged that the gym created a hostile environment and failed to address harassment from other members. The gym had to respond to the BBB complaint with documentation of why Ashley's membership was terminated. They provided a timeline of complaints, witness statements, and details about the incident with the teenager. The BBB dismissed Ashley's complaint after reviewing the evidence. They determined that the gym had legitimate business reasons for terminating Ashley's membership and had followed proper procedures. But Ashley didn't stop there. Tom mentioned that managers at other local gyms had been reaching out to ask about a problematic member who matched Ashley's description. Apparently, Ashley had tried to join 2 other gyms in our area and was causing similar issues. According to Tom's contacts, Ashley lasted less than a week at the first gym before they asked her to leave for inappropriate conduct with other members. At the second gym, she was terminated after just 5 days when she was caught taking photos in the locker room while other women were changing that. Tom said the gym managers in our area now informally share information about members who cause serious problems, specifically to protect their staff and other members from people like Ashley, who have patterns of inappropriate behavior. This made me realize that Ashley's behavior at our gym wasn't just attention-seeking or insecurity. It was a deliberate pattern that she's been repeating at multiple locations. I feel more confident about my decision to confront her, knowing that Ashley has no intention of changing her behavior and just moves from place to place causing the same problems until she gets kicked out. Update 4. 2 months later, I wanted to give a final update because Ashley's situation has reached a more serious level that I think people should know about. Last week, I ran into Sarah, the woman whose boyfriend Ashley had inappropriately approached at our gym. Sarah told me that Ashley had actually escalated her behavior after being banned from the local gyms. According to Sarah, Ashley had been taking classes at the community college and was behaving inappropriately toward other students there. Sarah knew this because her younger brother attends the same college and had complained to their family about a woman who was making male students uncomfortable. When Sarah described the woman's behavior to me, approaching young men inappropriately, dressing provocatively, and making people uncomfortable with attention-seeking actions, we both realized it was definitely Ashley. Sarah said her brother told her that this woman had been approaching male students under the guise of asking for help with coursework, but would make the interactions inappropriate by standing too close, touching them unnecessarily, and making suggestive comments. The situation apparently escalated when Ashley approached an 18-year-old student in the library and began touching his shoulders and arms while allegedly asking about an assignment. When the student asked her to stop, Ashley became defensive and claimed she was just being friendly. Sarah's brother said other students had started warning each other about Ashley, and eventually someone reported her behavior to college administration. After an investigation, Ashley was banned from campus for inappropriate conduct towards students. But the most serious consequence came when one of the students Ashley had been bothering filed a police report. This student had been receiving unwanted text messages and social media contacts from Ashley despite asking her to stop. While charges weren't filed, Ashley received an official warning about her conduct and was told that any further contact would result in criminal charges. Sarah said her brother mentioned that things have been much more comfortable at the college since Ashley was banned, and that several male students had expressed relief that they no longer had to deal with her inappropriate behavior. As for our gym, things have been great. The atmosphere is much more comfortable and relaxed without Ashley's disruptive presence. Tom told me they haven't had any similar issues since Ashley left, and several members have commented on how much more enjoyable their workouts have become. I'm still going to the same gym and haven't had any problems. The whole experience taught me that sometimes people's inappropriate behavior is part of a larger pattern, and that speaking up about it can help protect others from similar experiences. While I still think I could have been more diplomatic in my initial confrontation, I'm glad that addressing Ashley's behavior helped our gym take action to protect other members, especially knowing her pattern of targeting young men inappropriately in various settings.